Hello, Reagan here, and here we are with another kit. This is a Forest Adventures kit, and it's a really cute, big, fairy-style house with lots of greenery, lots of cute stuff. My apologies for the long break in between uploading things. Just been busy doing stuff. I am back over streaming on Twitch again. I am doing some D&D and Warhammer mini painting over there over the next few. I also have a Lego kit to build. It's the Tuxedo Cat. I couldn't help myself. It reminds me so much of my cat, so I got one. I'm going to put it together. But mostly I'll be doing some mini painting. I have some squigs to paint and Skaventide, the whole thing to paint both armies because I really wanted some Skaven, and also looking for an excuse to start playing again, and that seemed like a good starting point for that. This morning I painted some Humblewood over there. I also have some more Humblewood to paint. I have some Humblewood Humblefolk, which are some adorable little animal creatures that I'll be painting. Within the next... Actually, I'll probably do those tomorrow or the next day. I'm not sure yet, but really soon. I'm not sure how much of that I'm going to edit to upload over here, though. I mostly just do mini kits over here versus doing any like tabletop stuff. I also like to upload scratch builds to over here too, and more like dollhouse type content. I am going to be doing some vlogging and stuff as well, and just some other things. I was trying to decide where to put a lot of this stuff that I wanted to do as far as doing some vlogs and things, because I do have some more traveling I'm going to be doing relatively soon and stuff like that. And I decided that I'm just going to put it all here. This channel is not monetized. It probably never will be again. It used to be way back before they changed the rules. This is just kind of my dumping ground for stuff. And I was, trying to kind of streamline it and see if I could get it to the point of being able to monetize this channel. And, well, you know what? Whatever. It's not really so much of a focus anymore, just because, well, whatever. I do have a Patreon if you want to check that out. If you like any of the things that I do and want to help contribute to me doing more gluing myself to myself and getting paint everywhere, there's a link in the description to do that. You can always follow me on Instagram to see what I'm up to. I post over there. I'm trying to get back to posting regularly over there. It's slow. There's just so much life stuff going on, and unfortunately, it gets to me and I get sidetracked and I end up getting really behind in things. But if anybody that's followed me for any time knows that I always come back, I always make it back, and that those breaks are getting shorter and shorter. I'm getting better at this. As I get older, I either just don't care enough to let it get to me anymore or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm maturing. I doubt it, but one could only hope, right? If you want to check out any of those things, like I said, there's links in the description below. I stream live on Twitch. Disruptive Girl over there as well, just like everywhere else. So if you want to check out my live streams, you're more than welcome to. I apologize for all the ums. I haven't recorded myself in quite a while, so it's really hard to remind myself not to do all those horrible habit things that I tend to do when I don't know exactly what to say, say a lot and a lot. But we will get there. I'll get better. The more I do this, the more it flows and the easier it gets for me. And like I said, unfortunately, you will be seeing some of my mug on here and there, and just some life update stuff, and show you some of the things that I'm doing. Some behind the scenes looks at things and whatever, and what's going on. Maybe I'll throw in some shopping trip videos because I've been doing a little bit of acquiring things to make things, even though I shouldn't be. That's a shame on me. I need to do some serious destashing too. I do have to do some desk rearranging and all that stuff, so I'll probably share some of that. I have some paint racks coming, some new paint racks, which I need terribly bad because I'm drowning in paints with nowhere to put them, and they're in bins, and it takes me forever to find the colors that I need because I have to like dig through, you know, like dump them out of the bins and look through and see what's in there. So getting some fancy racks. Found them cheap on Amazon, so I'll be able to do that. I also have to tear my desk down and rearrange it. One of my children is coming back home that left for a summer job. So I've got to rearrange my whole house in order to accommodate him coming home. I'm happy to, though. I'm so glad. I mean, I'm glad that he went, and I'm glad he got the work experience and stuff that he did while he was gone, but it'll also be nice to have him home as well. Like that with all of my kids. I like to see them thrive and do well and enjoy life and do what they love to do. But, you know, I am also glad when they're home and I get to spend time with them. So either way, it's all good, you know. Kids are great, and they don't stay kids long enough. They grow up way too fast, and you blink and all those, you know, all those little kid years are gone, and they're grown, and they're taller than you, and living the life and doing the thing. And it's like, wow, where did my little children go? So, yeah, it'll be good to have him home. Anyway, but this kit, like I said, there's quite a bit to it. This was just like my first day working on it, doing some of the smaller little stuff. I put together a couple of shelves and whatever. As you can see here, I thought it was interesting because like these little bottles are just a little wood cut out, and then there's just a little piece of paper that looks like a bottle. It gives a nice effect. I like it. It looks cute. And of course, I got my furniture markers because they are my best friend. These things are wonderful. They have, a lot of times they have like the 3-pack or 4-pack or whatever at Dollar Tree, I have found. But this time I managed to go to Walmart and find a big pack that also has the wax, like the crayons, the furniture matching crayons, which works as nice as like a little bit of a filler if there's like a deep scratch or whatever. It's a good heavy wax, so it sits in there nicely. And I like to, like I said, use it for, especially for any of the stuff that is laser cut, to like clean up the raw edges and stuff and give it a more finished appearance. So those are very useful. Just about everything I use is usually in the description down below. If it's not, please leave a comment, ask me questions. I'm glad to answer them. I am glad to do any videos on anything you have questions about. I'm glad to answer you as best I can in the comments, and you know, try to point you in a direction if you need help. I love building these kits. I think everybody should do these. Maybe not ones as involved as this one, because this one took me quite a while, unless you're like a little bit more advanced with it, just because of the fact that it is kind of time consuming, and can be a little overwhelming if you jump in too deep, right? Unfortunately, with all the things that are going on with tariffs and stuff, I don't know how easy it will be to continue acquiring these kits, what the prices will continue to look like for them and things like that. So I will probably be doing more like scratch build stuff on here, and I do plan on designing some more digital things to put like in my Etsy store. Right now I only have one thing over there, and it's just a stereogram, like a Victorian stereogram in 1/12 scale. I would like to see, I'd like to be able to share more, like I said, of like scratch builds and stuff, and patterns for things, because that way, you know, I also like to make stuff out of like, you know, junk, garbage, basic things that are easy to get your hands on, like cereal boxes and things like that, so that It's something that's accessible and easy for everyone. I also like to use like tacky glue, but even just like basic like white school glue works for a lot of the things. I am guilty of having a large arsenal of glues and tools and things. And like I said, spending the money on these kits that are, can sometimes be a little pricey. But I also like to get back to my roots and just do some good old scratch building, and keep it simple, Got a little far off the path there. The whole reason why the kits became a thing for me and I started building them pretty regularly was because of the fact that I was having like really bad like creative block. Couldn't like get myself together to make anything cool. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to start a project or something, I would just be like, nope, junk, garbage, don't want to finish it. Or I'd get something like almost perfect. Like I was like really happy with the way it was turning out. And then I would like do something really dumb and like accidentally screw it up really bad. Like use a glue that like messed it up, or, paint it in such a way that it just like was, bad. And I don't know, screw it up, cut a piece wrong, and then just get frustrated with it and just like discard the whole thing. So I'm trying to that's why I started doing the kits, was because I was just having those creative blocks. Sometimes such a hard time, but I'm really working on like being more mindful and doing some like meditating and relaxing and not letting myself get so overwhelmed, and remembering the fact that the reason why I craft and the reason why I do what I do, as far as the painting and building and all of it, is to help me relax, not to cause me more stress. So that's why my focus right now is I'm trying to shift my focus back to, what I really enjoy, and, and share that with you, because that's what I want to do. And it's all good. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with building the kits. I'm just worried that it's going to, be harder to get your hands on good quality kits and stuff like that. But I will definitely never run out of many things to build. The other thing that I have also considered, and will probably do too, is start sharing some of the online stuff that I find, like putting it together and whatever, because I found that some stuff I find it's like, free download or cheap download or whatever, right? And then like there might not be the clearest instructions with it or whatever, or maybe there's something that they left out of their instructions, or like even like the videos and stuff that I wish that they would have included. So I'll start like focusing on those type of things. And like I said, if you have any questions, you have any input, anything, just let me know, because so far so good. I've been able to read my comments and not get too highly insulted. If anybody says anything that's, whatever, I just kind of, delete, block, and move on. Because life's too short. I'm getting old. I don't really have time to deal with any BS from anybody. And, my life is such that I'm constantly under a lot of I feel like I live my life under a magnifying glass right now. There's a lot of things like my personal life, not my crafting life, right? So when it comes to crafting, I do kind of tend to put myself in a little bubble where I can do no wrong. I don't have time for criticism when it comes to my hobbies because, well, they're my hobbies, I'm not harming anyone. I'm having a good time. And if you see me doing something like that you think is like hellaciously wrong or whatever, I don't mind a little bit of constructive criticism, but don't come at me with some crap. You know what I mean? Because I don't respond that well to that. But like I said, so far so good. I'm still able to read my comments, and I do like to go in and respond to people and do what I can to help anyone and everyone on their crafting journey. In any direction, like I said, so please feel free to reach out to me, and I will definitely, see what I can do to, give you a hand to make the process more enjoyable, and yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and let the rest of this play out. I hope you enjoy, and I will be back with a part 2 within the next couple days. this was, like I said, it was a pretty involved build, pretty long, so there's a lot of it. So I did kind of like chop it up a little bit so that it's a little bit easier to digest. And I did do everything, I think, pretty much in order too, like from through the book. So if you're building this kit, you should be able to follow along pretty easily. And one of these days I'm going to break it down into chapters and have all the steps and everything, but not quite there yet. I'm getting there. I know. It's bad. I am chaos. So, hey, at least there's this much, and at least I'm actually following the process for the most part, step by step. So hopefully it's a little bit of enough of a guide. And you can always change the speed. You can slow it down in YouTube if you need to like look at something a little closer. And if you, like I said, if you do have any questions, or you feel like there's something in here that you wanted to see covered a little better and you weren't sure exactly what the deal was, it is my cat attacking a grocery bag. Sorry for that. Please feel free. Ask me. I will do what I can to assist you in any way, shape, or form. I'm going to stop repeating myself. My apologies. I never know what to say these things. I also said I was going to be quiet and let you watch the rest of this. But here I am still talking. Look at that. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're still here, I really appreciate you, because I know that sometimes I can drone on and it can be a lot to listen to. And I apologize for that too, because I'm all about some apologies today for some reason, even though I'm a very unapologetic person for the most part. Look at me being all contradictory and disruptive. Oh, sorry. It's just, anyway. I'll get better at this once I get back into the swing of recording more often, and I'll not be as awkward. Or I'll just be awkward in different ways. There you go. That'll be fun. Yeah, anyway. So, alright. I'm shushing now. Check out the links below. Watch the rest of the video, and I will see you next time.